Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and hello, lecturer. We are Chita and Pisai, two members in Group 3. And in this video, we are going to talk about four main themes or valuable ideas that can be drawn from chapter 11 in the story The Village by the Sea.
First main theme is change and adaptation. Second main theme is city versus nature. Third main theme is stranger kindness. And the last main theme is the way of life. First main theme is change and adaptation. Change and adaptation are not easily done, especially by older generations, but they are often what is necessary to keep going.
Whereas someone like Sayyid Ali, who deployed the change on building factory in tools, Mr. Panwala embraced it. Harry respects both of them but ultimately adopts Mr. Panwala's perspective because it is what he has to do to survive and what he has to do to find the meaning of life and respect himself. By the end of chapter 11 in the textbook, we can see that Harry has learned to push and fight his way with the city boys on the coconut day, which made Mr. Panwala would never expected Harry to do such a thing.
After living in a miserable life in the city and getting lots of good advices from Mr. Panwala, Harry has turned into a strong young man that Mr. Panwala said, "You can manage now. You will manage all right. I can see that I don't have to worry about you anymore." There is no way these changes can be all bad, of course, and Harry understanding that change and growth are necessary is right and useful. Moving on to the second main theme is city versus nature.
The world comes out looking better than the city. The sea is seen as vivifying, beautiful, and sustaining. Yes, it can be harsh, but living within the natural environment is often better for people than living in the city.
Unlike the village, city of Bombay full of crowd, pollution, traffic, and many dangerous people that can be seen as an enjoy. Besides, there are housing, roads, bridges, and more factories as a negative force that will be difficult for people to embrace. This is the end of my part, and for the rest two themes will be presented by Pisai.
Thank you, Chita, for giving me the floor. So the next theme is about stranger kindness. In this theme, we can see in the story, Mr. Pamela, who taught Harry about the watch mending, was getting sick. He had flu and it had grown worse and turned into bronchitis. Fortunately, his neighbor did not leave him alone, and they also took him to the hospital and took turns at bringing him meals and hot drinks. Thanks to Mr. Pamela's popularity, the doctor who lived in the flat below his had treated him free since they had been neighbors for more than 50 years, and everyone was delighted when he was recovered. This theme as well can also apply in the previous chapter when the day Silva came and helped Harry's mother and took her to the hospital when she was sick. Especially, he also gave Lila some money and offered Lila's father a job and also provided them a comfortable shelter. To Harry's family, De Silva is like an acquaintance who willing to help without needing to pay back. The another theme that we can learn from Mr. Pamela is way of life. The theme show about Mr. Pamela advised Harry when he was craving to learn new things. Mr. Pamela also stated that at a young age, Harry should have learned, grew, and changed since nothing remained the same. And within his 2 hands, he could find a job anywhere, whether in Seoul or Bombay. For instance, if they took his land, he could work in a factory instead. If not, he can work as a builder or a road maker, or besides, he could also sell a vegetable and coconut that he grew around his house. Everything has the way out. Start to solve and find a way, not to sit and stress about the future that we don't know what it would be. So, to conclude, the main message in this chapter is everything has the way out. Start to solve and find a way, not to sit and stress about the future that we don't know what it would be. And ask yourself if you are doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. And that is all for our theme. Thank you everyone for watching. Please stay clean, stay safe, and stay away from Corona.